We have Kyle and we have Dylan. I'm George. Now we're going to talk about our logic models from last week. So, Rachel, I'm going to start with you. So, Rachel, um, first off, you
I
talked about
think
your.
the instruction said that we have to focus on the experience of watching the speeches without a face is the topic.
Oh, without a face.
Yeah, so it's focus on the experience of watching speeches without a face.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I think focusing on the speeches without a face kind of helps you more focus in on the ideas they're talking about. It's easy to kind of get lost in, things people are doing in front of the camera sometimes, where I think when it's just the slides and stuff, you're really focused on just the idea and what they're saying about it.
Exactly. I also think,
I
like, yeah, I agree. And I also think, like, if you feel like you're afraid to, like, speak in front of class, like, if you feel, like, really nervous, I think just, like, talking, like, in front of, like, with the computer or with the PowerPoint without a face, I think it just makes it a little bit more easier and, like, very more, like, comfortable. So I thought it
Yeah,
was,
I agree.
I thought it was a good lesson just to do it without the face so you know what to say and, how to use it when you're demonstrating.
agree. It's kind of like books on tape where you're just getting the information,
Yeah.
but you don't actually have to. It's not like watching a movie.
No, exactly. It's kind of like
And I
going to
also think it's
class.
great for introverts who, maybe aren't comfortable speaking in public settings, but they still have a really important message, or something to deliver. So,
hmm
Yeah, I agree.
And then I also think that with a face, it's also harder to follow along because you can't exactly go with them when they have the slides up. So when you're not going without a face, you can see like actually what they're reading and what they're talking about, not just so hearing it. So that's why I think it's better about it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I also enjoyed like watching you guys' videos. Like it was actually pretty interesting what your topics were talking about.
Yeah, I like
yeah,
the
I think
topics too.
overall
Go ahead,
everybody had a
Rachel.
really good topic or something that they at least had an interest in, and it was good to hear other people's opinions
Mhm.
about different topics.
So what did you feel more comfortable? Like, did you feel more comfortable using like out of face, or would you rather do it like in person, like with a whole bunch of like people?
For me personally, it's a lot more comfortable to do it, put your video together and just put it out there than having to stand in front of people and worry about mincing your words because you know what happens, you get a little nervous standing in front of your peers and then, one small mistake kind of has a snowball effect sometimes. Whereas this one, I felt like, if I got it wrong or something, I could start over and stuff. So I really appreciate being able to like edit before I
Oh
release it to the
yeah,
public.
and that's a big advantage between doing it in doing it in front of a computer and then rather than doing it in person. So
Yeah, but
I
I
agree
also
with both
think
of you. I think it's easier to do it without a face, and like you said, like both of you said, if you make a mistake, you can go back and fix it, and keep editing until you get it right.
yeah,
Yeah, makes me a little worried about the next one because the next one I think we do have to show our faces and it's pretty much all face on camera. So even if you don't mince your words, if you happen to be making a face like you're about to have a stroke or something, it's
I
not
mean, I
really
Right.
helping you.
think no, I think it's just
Right,
pretty much.
or the background, like the setting, like right now we're all in different backgrounds, and that's going to play into your video and how much people pay attention to your message because they can be paying attention to your background more than what you're actually saying too. If there's something crazy going on in the background or something, so
Absolutely.
yeah, I just think it's easier and more convenient to just have the slides and just have it be the voice and no face. I wish all of our videos could be like that.
Yeah,
Me too. I definitely prefer that format.
yeah.
But it's been nice in this class because, I was worried about giving all my speeches in front of people all class long, but I feel like it's nice to learn how to do videos and speak in person. So I don't know. I feel like
That's
it's
what I thought.
Yeah.
real nice that it's a hybrid class and get, the best of both experiences.
I thought it was going to be a little bit difficult when you do it like on hybrid because you have to just, I don't know. Online is like it's kind of like a little bit more work, but with all the like just all of the steps you have to take, like it's pretty easy to follow through. So yeah.
All right,
kinda
guys,
nice.
is there anything else that we should be covering about experience of watching speeches without a face? I think we all kind of covered it already.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I want to ask you guys is, how can you use like the logic models that you use? How could you use this method or this experience towards your next speech?
The next one I think is more of like exploring an idea, which is, I mean, it's nice to use like some of the same things the logic model uses. I like the way the logic model kind of sets up like your different supporting points and then your final conclusion on how you can solve a situation. And it kind of helps you like the way it was broken down in the book, at least. You had so many parts that you had to cover that it kind of helped you think about it from start to finish, how you were going to attack what particular problem and what particular group and how you planned on doing it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think also in the idea speech, it'll help you kind of explore it with some of those same questions, like, who's affected by this and, what's been tried in the past maybe and other things
Absolutely.
like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it gives you a great steps to get to the very end result, which it was kind of easy putting it together. If you just knew your topic and you just knew the different steps, it'd be just very easy just to fill in the blank.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I liked it.
Yep.
But
Well, I think it's good too, using the logic model, because that's one of the things that regardless of what industry you go into, whatever your major is, you're going to end up using those logic models when your company or organization or whatever runs into problems. The logic model is used quite a bit. So
Yeah.
it's nice to kind of get to your feet wet and using them, because you're going to be using them in the real world.
Yeah. Exactly. So.
yeah. Other than that, I think we're good.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for participating, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right,
All right.
good conversation,
All right,
guys.
sounds good.
Have a good
Good
one.
luck.
Have a good night.
All right. Good night.
Bye.
Good luck with your speeches, by the way.
Thanks.
Bye bye.